Hello everyone, my name is Silentium, and today we are talking about one of the most emotional, controversial, and psychologically intense isekai anime ever made, Re:Zero Starting Life in Another World. Originally based on the light novels written by Tappei Nagatsuki and illustrated by Shinichiro Otsuka, the anime adaptation was produced by White Fox. The first season premiered in Japan in April 2016 and quickly exploded in popularity worldwide thanks to streaming platforms like Crunchyroll. Since then, the series has received multiple seasons, OVAs, and special editions, with newer seasons continuing into 2026. The anime was directed by Masaharu Watanabe for the first seasons, while later seasons involved Masahiro Shinohara, and the soundtrack by Kenichiro Suehiro became one of the most praised aspects of the series because of its emotional orchestral style. The story follows Subaru Natsuki, an ordinary teenager who is suddenly transported into a fantasy world. At first it looks like a typical power fantasy isekai, but Re:Zero quickly destroys that expectation. Subaru discovers he has a horrifying ability called Return by Death, which allows him to come back to life after dying, resetting time to a previous checkpoint while keeping all memories of his suffering. Instead of becoming overpowered, Subaru is constantly traumatized, mentally broken, and forced to experience death, failure, and emotional pain again and again. This is one of the main reasons fans love the series so much. Unlike many isekai protagonists who instantly become unstoppable heroes, Subaru feels painfully human. He makes selfish decisions, panics under pressure, embarrasses himself, and suffers realistic emotional consequences for his mistakes. Fans also love Re:Zero because of its character writing. Emilia, Rem, Beatrice, Ram, Echidna, Roswaal, and many others are not just side characters. They all have complex motivations, hidden trauma, and emotional depth. Rem in particular became one of the most popular anime characters of the last decade because of her loyalty, emotional scenes, and relationship with Subaru. The series also became famous for shocking plot twists, brutal deaths, and cliffhangers that constantly keep viewers anxious about what will happen next. The psychological tension is one of the strongest elements of the anime. Subaru's suffering is not only physical, but mental, and the series spends a lot of time exploring depression, self-hatred, anxiety, and the fear of failure. Another reason people love Re:Zero is the production quality. White Fox delivered strong animation during emotional and action-heavy scenes, and the soundtrack elevates many moments into something unforgettable. The anime is also known for skipping opening themes or endings in order to give more time to storytelling, which many fans appreciated because episodes often felt longer and more immersive than standard anime episodes. However, Re:Zero is definitely not loved by everyone. One of the biggest criticisms is Subaru himself. Many viewers find him annoying, weak, immature, or frustrating during the early parts of the story. Some people expected a cool, overpowered protagonist, and instead got a deeply flawed teenager who cries, screams, and constantly fails. While fans see this as realistic character development, critics see it as irritating. The pacing is another common complaint. Certain arcs are very dialogue-heavy, slow, and emotionally exhausting. Some viewers feel the story repeats itself too often because of the time loop mechanic, especially during long suffering cycles where Subaru dies repeatedly before making progress. Another criticism is that the series can become emotionally overwhelming. Re:Zero does not hold back when it comes to violence, despair, torture, and psychological breakdowns. Some fans love this dark atmosphere, while others feel it becomes excessive or emotionally draining after a while. There are also viewers who believe the anime relies too heavily on mystery bait and unanswered questions because many plot points take years to resolve. Since the story is extremely long and still ongoing, some fans become frustrated by the slow progression and huge amount of lore. Despite the criticism, Re:Zero remains one of the most respected and discussed modern isekai anime. It helped redefine the genre by focusing less on power fantasy and more on psychological survival and emotional realism. Whether people love it or hate it, most anime fans agree that Re:Zero leaves a strong impression and delivers scenes that are impossible to forget. Its mix of fantasy, horror, romance, mystery, and psychological drama created a unique identity that separates it from most other isekai series. Thank you all for watching. I was Silentium, and until next time, take care everyone.